He is Dionysus, the god of wine. His laughter echoes with madness. His celebrations teeter on the edge of chaos. Dionysus is a god of two faces, one turned towards the light, the other shrouded in darkness. Within each of us lies the potential for both ecstasy and destruction. Dionysus embodies this duality. He is a reminder that life's greatest joys often border its deepest sorrows. To understand him is to understand the darkness within the human heart. Dionysus' birth is a harrowing tale of fire and resurrection. He is the son of Zeus, king of the gods, and Semele, a mortal princess. Hera, Zeus's vengeful wife, deceived Semele into demanding to see Zeus in his full divine form. Unable to endure the god's overwhelming power, Semele was consumed by flames. In the midst of this tragedy, Zeus managed to save the unborn Dionysus. He sewed the infant into his thigh, a desperate act to ensure his survival until he could be born again. Thus, Dionysus became the twice-born god, one who has faced death and emerged from the darkness. Dionysus is credited with the gift of viticulture, the art of making wine. This intoxicating drink became a central part of his worship. Wine for the Greeks was not merely a beverage, it was a symbol of transformation, a way to loosen the grip of reason and embrace the divine. But with unrestrained celebration came chaos and madness. Music, dancing and theatre flourished, often leading to frenzied states. Masks and costumes blurred the lines between reality and illusion, sometimes with dire consequences. The god's presence was palpable, promising liberation but also inviting the peril of losing oneself to ecstasy. Dionysus was always surrounded by his devoted followers. The Maenads, frenzied women driven to ecstatic madness, were his most ardent worshippers, often descending into violent chaos. Crowned with ivy and brandishing the thyrsus, a staff tipped with a pine cone, they danced with wild abandon, their cries echoing through the hills, often leading to destructive frenzy. The satyrs, mischievous and lustful creatures with the legs and horns of a goat, provided the music and merriment, but their revelry often turned chaotic and unruly. They were creatures of pure instinct, embodying the wild, untamed aspects of nature that Dionysus represented, often spiraling into uncontrollable mayhem. Dionysus's myths are a tapestry woven from joy and madness. He is a god of extremes, and his presence often pushes mortals to their breaking points. The line between ecstasy and destruction is razor-thin, and Dionysus walks it with a dancer's grace. His stories are cautionary tales, reminding us of the perils of losing ourselves in madness, but they are also celebrations of life's intoxicating beauty, urging us to embrace the wildness within. The tragic story of Pentheus, king of Thebes, illustrates the perilous consequences of denying Dionysus. When the god arrived in Thebes, Pentheus, a man of reason and order, refused to acknowledge his divinity. He banned the Dionysian rites and imprisoned the god himself. Dionysus, however, could not be contained. He escaped his prison, driving the women of Thebes, including Pentheus's own mother and aunts, into a frenzy. Blinded by madness, they mistook Pentheus for a wild beast and tore him limb from limb, marking the dark and tragic consequences of his folly. Dionysus's influence extended far beyond the realm of myth. He was the patron god of Greek theatre. The great tragedies and comedies performed at the city Dionysia festival delved into the darker aspects of human experience, often reflecting themes of madness, transformation, and the duality of human nature so central to Dionysus himself. His legacy can be seen in the works of poets, playwrights, and philosophers throughout history. From Euripides' Bacchae, which explores the chaos and destruction brought by Dionysus, to Nietzsche's Birth of Tragedy, Dionysus continues to inspire and provoke with his darker themes. Dionysus' story highlights the struggle to find balance amidst his darker influences. He embodies the wild, untamed forces within us, the primal urges that can lead to both ecstasy and destruction. Ignoring these forces means denying a part of our nature, yet giving in to them completely risks madness and chaos. The challenge lies in navigating the delicate balance between order and chaos, between reason and passion. This struggle is the lesson Dionysus imparts, a lesson as relevant today as it was in ancient Greece. Thousands of years after the last temple to Dionysus crumbled, the echoes of his myth still reverberate through time. His story, intertwined with themes of madness and chaos, continues to fascinate and resonate with people across the globe. His image, youthful, beautiful, yet often depicted in a state of frenzy, speaks to the darker aspects of human nature. Dionysus, the god of wine, revelry and theatre, represents not only the primal forces of nature, but also the potential for madness and destruction. He embodies the duality of human nature, the intoxicating allure of pleasure, and the ever-present potential for chaos. His festivals, known as Dionysia, were not just grand celebrations of life, but also explorations of the boundaries of sanity and societal norms. These events often descended into frenzied states, where the line between ecstasy and madness blurred. The intoxicating allure of pleasure, the sense of community, and the breaking of societal norms were all part of the Dionysian experience. But so was the potential for violence and chaos. Yet, with all this revelry, there was always an undercurrent of danger, a reminder of the ever-present potential for darkness. Tales of Dionysus often include acts of vengeance and madness, such as the story of King Pentheus, who was torn apart by frenzied maenads. It is this complexity, this refusal to be easily categorized, that makes Dionysus such an enduring and powerful figure in the Western imagination. His story is a testament to the human desire to seek out both joy and meaning, to embrace both light and shadow. Over the centuries, artists, writers and thinkers have been captivated by Dionysus, drawing inspiration from his multifaceted nature. From ancient pottery to modern paintings, his image has been reinterpreted countless times, each depiction adding new layers to his myth. In the end, Dionysus remains a symbol of the eternal human quest for freedom, ecstasy and understanding. His enduring allure lies in his ability to embody the complexities of the human spirit, making him a timeless figure in our cultural consciousness. From ancient sculptures to Renaissance paintings, Dionysus, the god of wine, fertility and theatre, has been a muse for countless artists throughout history. His image has been immortalized in marble and canvas, capturing the essence of his dual nature, both joyous and chaotic. From Shakespearean plays to modern novels, his influence permeates the literary world. Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream echoes the spirit of Dionysian revelry, while contemporary authors weave his myth into their narratives, exploring themes of ecstasy and madness. Dionysus has been a constant presence in art and literature. Ancient Greek pottery often depicted his wild processions, while classical paintings captured his divine yet unpredictable nature. His imagery serves as a symbol of life's dualities, pleasure and pain, order and chaos. He appears as Bacchus in Roman mythology, where he was equally revered and feared. Roman artists portrayed him in grand feasts and orgiastic celebrations, emphasizing his role as a liberator of inhibitions and a bringer of ecstasy. Often depicted as a symbol of unrestrained revelry, Bacchus embodies the human desire to break free from societal norms and indulge in the pleasures of life. Festivals in his honor were marked by music, dance, and a sense of communal euphoria. His influence can be seen in the works of William Blake, Friedrich Nietzsche, and Oscar Wilde, who explored the themes of intoxication, transgression, and the power of the irrational. Blake's visionary art, Nietzsche's philosophy of the Dionysian, and Wilde's decadent literature all reflect the enduring impact of Dionysus. These artists delved into the darker aspects of human nature, using Dionysus as a lens to examine the boundaries of societal norms and the allure of the forbidden. Their works challenge us to confront our own desires and the chaos within. Even today, artists and writers continue to find inspiration in his story. Contemporary creators draw upon his myth to explore modern themes of identity, freedom, and the human condition. His presence in art remains a testament to his timeless appeal. Artists and writers continue to find inspiration in his story, using his image to explore the complexities of human desire and the search for meaning in a chaotic world. His myth serves as a powerful metaphor for the human experience, resonating across cultures and eras. Using his image to explore the complexities of human desire, artists delve into the emotional and psychological depths of the human psyche. Dionysus represents the eternal struggle between reason and passion, a theme that continues to captivate creative minds, and the search for meaning in a chaotic world. In a time where uncertainty prevails, the myth of Dionysus offers a reminder of the beauty and madness that coexist within us all. His story is a celebration of life's unpredictability and the endless quest for understanding. Dionysus is more than just a god of wine and festivity. He is a symbol of the profound and often contradictory aspects of human nature. He is a complex and multifaceted deity who embodies the duality of human nature. On one hand, he represents the joy, freedom, and ecstasy that come from letting go of societal constraints. On the other, he embodies the chaos, madness, and destruction that can arise when those same constraints are abandoned. He reminds us that joy and sorrow, ecstasy and madness are often two sides of the same coin. This duality is reflected in the ancient Greek theatre, where tragedies and comedies were performed in his honor, illustrating the full spectrum of human emotion and experience. His story is a timeless exploration of the human condition, a cautionary tale about the dangers of excess, and a celebration of the transformative power of art, music, and the human spirit. Through the rituals and festivals dedicated to him, the ancient Greeks sought to connect with the divine and explore the depths of their own souls. Dionysus may be a god of ancient Greece, but his legacy continues to resonate in the modern world. His influence can be seen in contemporary art, theatre, and literature, where themes of transformation, liberation, and the duality of human nature are still explored. This enduring legacy is a testament to the power of myth and its ability to illuminate the deepest truths of the human experience. He is a god we cannot forget, for he dwells within us all. Whether we are aware of it or not, the spirit of Dionysus lives on in our celebrations, our art, and our quest for meaning in a complex and often contradictory world. Yet we must also remember the darker aspects of his legacy. The madness, the chaos, and the destruction he embodies are reminders of the fragile balance within us all. Dionysus' story is not just one of joy and liberation, but also a cautionary tale of the perils that lie in the shadows of excess and abandon. In embracing his duality, we confront the full spectrum of our own nature, making his legacy truly unforgettable.